demating the cable P2 from the HD camera J2.
Okay, copy that. Okay, Alex, let's go ahead and continue with the GCA, just body in, and a little bit of body right, maybe 10 more centimeters in and 5 to the right.
Copy, 10 in, 5 to the right. Free motion.
Let's get motion in, 3, 2, 1, out motion in, and if you could give me a little bit body right. And let's go ahead and call that GCA complete for now.
Copy, GCA complete, brakes are coming on.
Okay. All right, Andy, so I'm going after the P2 connector first.
Yeah, so you want to demate P2 from J2. Now you might need to release the TA clamp before that.
TA clamps are already released. These things do not hold very well. We noticed that with all the work we're doing on them.
Okay, copy that.
You could actually see where it's impacted the side of the camera as well, because it releases. They do not lock well like typical TA clamps do.
Actually, he just reminded me that I forgot to reconnect that one on the 17 that we saw.
So, we're going to come off of it. Okay, so P2 from J2.
Yeah, and we'll take a FOD pins and EMI band call, please.
These look good. It all looks good. Yeah, no FOD.
Houston, I got the APFR.
Copy, Drew. You have the APFR. Assume you're heading back now.
I'm heading back now.
Copy. And Ricky, then you can demate the PTU cable from the HD camera, so that's P4 from J1.
J1.
Okay, ED2 is off of Jeff. Back onto JPM.
Okay, that's complete. And again, those connectors all look good. No bent ends, no FOD, good EMI band.
Copy. So you can temp stow the NZGL connectors out of direct sunlight, and then you can retrieve the round scoop and window cover assembly from the ORU bag.
Okay, I'm going to need to, if I'm coming up, I'm going to put the cover on this first. I'm going to need to pick up with the GCA again.
Copy, GCA.
The connectors are in and out of the shade of the light itself. There's really no place from this position to put them for right now.
Yeah, it's no issue, Ricky. They have an hour clock.
Okay, we should be done by then. Okay, I'm going to pick up the GCA again. Alex and Serena, I'm going to have to go toward my head, so body up.
We're configuring. And you want to go towards your head, and how much roughly?
Probably like 25, 30 centimeters, I'm thinking.
Right, we can put that in work. Do you have a clearance view on anything that's above your head there?
I do not.
Yeah, let us configure cameras a little bit more here, please.
Hey, Houston, I've retrieved my green hook.
Copy.
Andy, where are we on the map?
Yeah, we are about to cross into Mexico from the Pacific.
Oh, very nice.
All right, Ricky, I think we're good as long as you can get your visor clearance, everything that's about the top part of your visor, everything else you can see.
Yep, I'm good.
All right, putting in motion.
Good motion.
Motion.
Continue with just a little bit. Continue 3, 2, 1. Let's stop there.
Ramping out.
Okay, we could go ahead and put brakes on.
You're coming on. GCA complete.
Complete.
Thank you.
I'm back on node 3. I'll be headed for the PMA shortly.
Copy.
All right, node 2. I'm not on node 3.
Andy, you had some direction about how this, about how the scoop should face?
Yep, sorry, I thought you were still in GCA, but so when you're installing the round scoop, handle should be away from the lens, biased towards the TA clamp, and you can leave the adjustable installed.
Away, like completely away, and then so if the lens is 12 o'clock, like down around 5:30 or something like that?
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay. We're back at the PMA.
Copy, Drew. You're back at the PMA, so you can stow the APFR in with 4 with a clocking of 6, and then Tango Tango Echo 1.
Sounds so trivial. Really not.
6, Tango Tango, Echo 1.
It only matters if we're the ones getting the APFRs next time.
With 4?
That's affirmed, with 4.
Copy.
And Ricky, I see you installing the window cover assembly. So once that's done, then you can lift the cam lever and slide the HD camera from slide it nadir to remove it from the ETVCG.
Okay, thank you.
And once the camera's off, then you can stow it in the ORU bag and then remove the spare camera and close the lid.
Can I rotate the camera group about 20 degrees to reach the cam lever a little bit more easily?
Stand by. Ricky, we'd prefer not to. It'd be better if you could GCA with the arm if you need to.
Yeah, I'm going to have to. Well, let me see if I can get a red on it.
So Ricky Arnold still working to remove this failed light on camera port assembly number 3. Once he gets this camera assembly off, he has a spare HD camera in his bag that he's going to get installed in place.
Okay. 6.
Box okay? It looks like it's clear.
Yeah, that looks good to us, Drew.
It seems it's got plenty of clearance from the PMA. It's in Tango Tango Fox 12.
Okay, 6 Tango Tango Fox 12, is that correct?
Yep, 6 Tango Tango Fox 12, and there's at least 8 to 10 inches, maybe more, between the APFR and the PMA.
Right now, Drew Feustel is storing that foot restraint back on PMA 3, the pressurized mating adapter number 3.
Would you be able to put it into Echo 1 for us? We'd prefer that.
Sure. Let's go.
And then following this, he just has a couple of cleanup steps, and then is probably going to get started on some get-ahead tasks, as this was the last primary task for Feustel today. And as we are only 4 hours and 42 minutes into today's spacewalk, there will be a little bit of time left, and there are a number of get-ahead tasks to just essentially get the station in a better configuration for upcoming spacewalks that the crew will probably get a chance to accomplish as they're moving pretty quickly through the rest of their timeline so far today. Meanwhile, Ricky Arnold did manage to get that failed camera assembly off, and so he's going to store that in his bag and then pull out the spare, and then that one's going to go into its place. While these crew members have been doing all this, the Cronus officer here in Mission Control Houston did report a good checkout on both of the new cameras that were installed on booms out by Node 2. So good checkouts, good power, good picture coming back from them. We saw a couple of seconds of some of that high-def video already coming back, so good news and a successful installation of these cameras.
Right here with it.
Excellent. And it's up to you. We have a suggestion to stow it behind the MWS if you think that's comfortable for you.
I can try that. Climb down off of the PMA first. At your comfort, Drew. Yeah, thanks, buddy. APFR is configured. I've got the ingress aid in hand. How's it going with that light? Light, I just got to put it in a bag now. I swapped out the cameras. I'm just putting the HD camera on here in a second, and let me see. It's going to point in the same direction as the other one. Andy, I'm going to remove the lens cover before I install it because I think it's probably better on the camera and on the lens and on the stanchion.
Okay, that's fine.
It's better all around. Okay, Andy, I've got the ingress aid, and give me your instructions on the bags.
Okay, so we suggest stowing crew log bag 1 inside the medium ORU bag, and then you can put that bundle on your BRT and head back to the airlock. And before heading back, we'll also would ask for a glove inspection and hap check, please.
Okay, let me go get the other bag and configure it on top of Note 2. Not out hanging out by the grapple holster here, and also we'll reattach the that one P-clamp. If you need me to, there's that one clamp that came undone on the side of the the boom 17 on the camera. You need that reattached?
mean, if you're there and want to do it, that's fine. I'm not sure it's required on our part.
Okay, Andy, the camera's installed, the cam is down, good full test.
Copy, camera is installed, cam lever is flush, and a good pull test.
I want to just look at the clamp is installed. I'm going to go for the bag.
Copy that, Drew.
Yeah, and the indicators are showing that as well.
Say again, Ricky?
That's a good indicator. The indicator lines match as well.
Excellent, good news. Then you can remove the round scoop with the window cover assembly.
The aft indicator should be pretty much aligned to the end of the box, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so that second alignment mark on the HD camera should be more or less flush with the back of the standard def camera.
Yeah. Okay.
So then you can go ahead. So you can take the scoop and the window cover assembly off and stow it back in the ORU bag, and then we will be mating the cables.
Oh, yeah, that'll help. I've got the medium RU bag, and I am retreating from the boom area over to the top of the node where I will configure the two bags. Up towards the SCADA cart, I think, for the stow. The Ingressade.
Yeah, that's right. That's the port SCADA cart with two. That's the starboard nadir with on the port SCADA cart.
Okay, I'll get that from you in a few minutes, please. I'm gonna put these guys together first. All right, for the connectors, I'm going to need to come nadir toward my feet.
Ricky, configuring nadir towards your feet.
Thanks.
And while Alex is configuring, I have a warning for you, Ricky. After the PTU cable P4 is mated, please maintain a 3-inch keep-out zone from the quartz apertures.
Okay, copy that.
We're ready for you, Ricky.
Okay, I am ready as well, so go toward my feet, maybe, I don't know, maybe 15 centimeters.
Putting that in work.
Motion. Continue. Continue. 3, 2, 1. Let's stop there. Yeah, that does. Can you take the body forward, maybe just about 5 centimeters as well?
Copy, buddy, forward 5.
Skip motion. 3, 2, 1. And we can stop motion there. All that GCA complete for now.
Copy, TCA complete. Brakes are coming on.
And Andy, these are pretty well in the shade. So you need the P2 mated to the
So here the cable order is important. So first we'll want to mate the PTU cable P4 to the HD camera J1.
Okay.
And J1 is the connector closest to you on the camera.
Yeah, J1 for the PTU camera, the cable. You give me the number really quickly. I have the Whiskey 9854, go Oscar. I don't think that's it.
Okay, so Whiskey 9854 is the second cable that we connect. That's P4, so that's P2, so it's the other cable that we want.
Okay, that goes to the J1.
That's correct.
The pins look good. No FOD. Good EMI band. Okay, that's made it.
Copy. So then we'll take that other cable you had, the Whiskey 9854, P2 to the HD camera J2, and mate.
No pins, no bent pins. No FOD. Good EMI band. Okay, those two are mated. That's complete.
Excellent. Then you.
These routed through the, both of them routed through the, correct?
That's correct. Both of them through the TA clamp, please.
Okay, that's complete.
Excellent. Then we just need to verify that the window hood on the standard def camera has not moved. If you need to, you can straighten the hood. It should be square and pointed ISS zenith.
Yeah, they're still pointing straight along the stanchion.
Excellent. Then we need to confirm that the PTU is unlocked and verify that the lever pops out if you push it in.
Yeah, I can't even reach that, but I saw it earlier, and maybe I think I called that earlier.
Yeah, you did. And it's, I think, exceedingly difficult to lock it.
Yeah, it was unlocked. I can see that it's not locked because that pin is not visible. It's aligned with the stanchion, which means it's unlocked.
Copy. Then once your tethers and tools are clear of the ETVCG, then you can give Alex a go for maneuver to the CP3 backoff position.
Trying to get my bag, large OU bag here out of the way. Do you have any thermal concerns about this light, this failed light?
No, Ricky, there are no thermal concerns at all on the light.
Okay. Let's go ahead and go to backup position, then I'll straighten it up there.
As soon as you're ready, we're ready for you.
Okay, Alex and Serena, I am ready. I hope you guys are all enjoying the show down there. What are you doing over there? I'm flopping around up here, man. Quite entertaining to me.
All right, Ricky, we're ready to take you back to the backup position now if you're ready.
I'm ready.
Motion coming on.
Hey, Houston. Sorry, guys. 2 bags.
Good motion.
Maybe I can...
Stand by for GCA, Drew.
We're about done with the X, and then we're clearing up the Y and the Z.
And Ricky, are you go for us to do a camera checkout, including pan and tilt?
Please do. Give me some good news.
Like good motion to us?
Continue. Yep, looks good.
And with Ricky Arnold backing away from that camera port assembly, the Kronos officer here in Mission Control Houston is going to execute a checkout of that newly installed camera. Right now we are 4 hours, 58 minutes, and 15 seconds into today's spacewalk. Another task almost completed with the replacement of the light and the camera on this camera port assembly. Once that's complete, all of the primary tasks will be done, and the team will start looking at fitting in any get-ahead tasks.
Question is, what do we do next for get-ahead?
We are just discussing that. Give us a second.
You somehow figured that one.
I got the back of your head in the picture, Ricky.
That's probably for the best.
Yeah, well, kind of why I took it. Houston, I am at the port CETA cart. I see a APFR with you. That's where you'd like the ingress aid?
That's affirm, and we'd like you to reconfigure the APFR. The settings are 12 Papa Papa. We'd like you to reconfigure.
Copy.
And for both of you, Drew and Ricky, we are looking at the option of doing the AGB relocate get-ahead task, but without the use of the arm. So for you, Ricky, we'd like you to get moving back to the egress position, and then we'll get you working to clean up the arm, remove the APFR and egress.
Okay, that sounds good to me. Drew, you got anything to say?
Negative. Sounds good. Think the timing will work out about right.
Station copies as well, and that gets us into step 13, thrust back off joint OCAS.
Yeah, that's a good readback, Alex.
We'll put that in work.
And Ricky, we'd love to take a glove inspection and hab check from you. And also, Drew, we'd love one from you once you're done
Cap is dry. Glove, no change. There looks like there's a little bit of a red dye on one finger or some sort of discoloration on my ring finger and my pinky finger on my left hand. Right hand, no changes. Andy, where are we now?
We are over the Mediterranean, perhaps?
Yeah, it looks like the Balearic Islands.
So getting a great view from the helmet cam of Ricky Arnold.
While you're flying, we'll take a inventory of the large ORU bag.
This is the station flying 250 statute miles over the Earth's surface right now, traveling several thousand miles an hour. It's going to cover quite a few miles as it continues to fly from this from northeast to southeasterly track, eventually heading out over the Mediterranean, over the very southern part of Sicily.
Years at NASA. That's impressive.
That's impressive. Yeah. That's how you get to silver.
Yep.
Silver UVA thingy.
Yep. Are you looking at the desert here?
I'm looking at this picture now for PFR, which is...
take a look before the sun goes down.
I cannot see the desert. I see what's directly below us, but that's about it. Okay.
Hey, Ricky, we're ready with the Jocast, if you are.
I'm ready, guys.
In motion.
The arm is moving.
We copy, we see, we think that's good motion.
I'll have to trust you on that.
The arm once again in motion. The crew inside, Serena Anand Chancellor and Alexander Gerst working the robotic arm, the Canadarm2, to fly Ricky Arnold away from this camera port assembly. The crew members flying in the arm about as close as they get to stretching out their arms like wings of a sparrow and flying. A great view of the Mediterranean passing by in the background as he continues to move down.
The Ingress 8 is installed, Icon Black, full test, and the APFR is reconfigured as well.
Excellent news, Drew. Thank you. We'll take a glove inspection and hab check from you, please.
Stand by.
Andy, what are we at PET right now?
5 hours and 5 minutes.
Okay.
And how are you guys feeling?
Seasoned. How do you feel, Ricky? What do you think? Seasoned. Seasoned. Grizzled. A little grizzled. Yeah, otherwise, I still got a bit in me. I'm feeling pretty good.
Both gloves are good, Andy. There's no visible damage or indications of issues, and the half is dry.
Copy that. Good news.
ESP2 for me?
Just asking that question.
I've still got a big bag on my back.
Yeah, we suggest going back to the airlock and getting rid of the bags before heading to the AGB on ESP2.
Good idea. Okay. I'll go ahead right on the clear.
And just a reminder to grab a PGT from the airlock.
Does he need the 6-inch wobble?
It's the 2-inch rigid.
I have it with me.
Oh, you took it?
I had to.
Right.
I had to do something.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, Andy, all we had in there was the PGT with the 2-inch rigid. Well, there's another one in the bag, I guess. In the staging bag.
I don't know if that's Oleg in the window or not, or just a reflection.
Can't see anymore. I mean, I can see, I just can't see. Thermal cover's coming open. Oh, it is open.
And this is Mission Control Houston, 5 hours, 8 minutes and counting into today's spacewalk. All the primary tasks now completed. That newly installed HD camera on camera port 3 undergoing some checkouts now. But with that, that marks the end of all the primary tasks for today. So the crew already starting to get into some get-ahead tasks. One of the first ones that they're going to do is go over and grab an AGB, an adjustable grapple bar. And they're going to be relocating it, the current one, to position known as ELC4, an external logistics carrier number 4. That's going to free up the spot that it's currently in for a new and improved one to be installed on a future spacewalk.
The medium ORU bag is heading into the airlock right now.
Copy, we see that and the thermal cover open.
So am I. I'm in the airlock with it. Ricky, do you think we should put that, your big bag back where we had it?
I don't think that'd be a bad idea. Now that there's plenty of room for you to move around, and I'm still messing around on the arm here for a little bit.
All right, I'll put the 2 medium ORU bags up in the corner where we had the booms in.
That sounds like a great idea. Thank you.
Right, Ricky, we're getting ready for your GCA towards the APFR position. We have a published one. We would take you there, and then we would still hear for your inputs there at the end.
Okay, my guess is it's going to be the published and then a little bit more station aft.
Yeah, we figured that as well. Let's try that.
And Drew, for you, you'll be grabbing the PGT from the staging bag, and I think it only has a 6-inch wobble on it.
Okay. What we need?
We'd prefer the 2-inch, but we don't have that. We're going to cross our fingers that the 6-inch will be okay.
But doesn't Ricky have it?
Yeah, I have the 2-inch.
Yeah, Ricky does have it, but it's just in case you get to the AGB on ESP2 before Ricky is off the arm.
You could come up here and sell my APFR for me.
I'm really busy at the moment.
You're probably getting good at it now.
I'm flailing around in the airlock.
And Ricky, we're ready for your GCA.
Good. I'm ready as well. Looks like you're going to come station aft.
Okay, we're starting the GCA, and we'll take you station aft right now for about 1 meter.
Sounds good. I'm guessing about 1.5 meters.
All right, we'll do that. You see good motion?
I see good motion as well.
Copy.
Okay.
You published, then we will continue.
Eggs are stowed. Continue.
You published.
Continue. Continue. 3, 2, 1. Stop motion.
Coming out. Coming out.
This is going to be probably fine for egress. Actually, let me get a little bit more station aft. Maybe just like, and I can see the boot plate and everything. Maybe just 10 centimeters.
10 centimeters, station aft.
Yep. Good motion. 3, 2, 1. Stop motion. Okay, let's call GCA complete for now. Stand by just in case I need a little bit of help with the APFR, if you don't mind.
Okay, copy. GCA complete. You egressing now, because then we should probably put the brakes on.
I'm going to say, yeah, brakes on, please.
Hey, Houston, do I need the AGB to release from the ESP? Sorry, do I need the PGT to release the AGB from the ESP?
Yes, you do.
That was contrary to what you guys told us before, but okay.
And so again, a lot of acronyms going to be flying at you here. The PGTs, that pistol grip tool, we saw Ricky Arnold working with one of those when replacing the camera port assembly and its light.
Only just egressing the arm.
Just drag it out of here is kind of fast. Also, nobody told me how to turn on the GoPro, so it hasn't been on at all the whole time.
We have a good WBS the whole time.
I wish somebody would have set some written instructions.
I got to get the brakes on, I'm sorry.
Brakes are on, and we're just getting out the GoPro manuals for the evening study.
Okay, good. Good. I think there's a CBT on board as well.
On how to operate it? Yeah, okay.
Okay, so Andy, you're going to have the egress, you're going to have me temp stow the big bag, and then take the APFR stowed. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, so once you have egressed, then you'll do a safety tether swap. You can temp stow the ORU bag, and then remove the APFR.
Okay, I'm going to temp stow the ORU bag first, and then egress.
Yep, that's fine.
Okay, PGT in hand, and put it on the swing arm.
And another temporary handover. We'll get that video back momentarily. Again, the crew member is complete with their primary tasks for the day, already moving into one of the get-ahead tasks. Right now, Drew Foysel's over at the Quest airlock gathering up the tools necessary. They're basically just going to be moving a grapple bar from its current location to a different location to allow a new and improved grapple bar to be installed on this other location during a future spacewalk. Again, most of these get-ahead tasks are designed to just do some work to make future spacewalks a little bit easier and run a little bit smoother, often repositioning hardware and other items like the foot restraints, grapple bars, other items for interacting with payloads to be in easier to access locations so future astronauts can get right into the task and not have to worry as much about moving items.
Okay, I am out of the APFR.
Copy.
Trying to hide between my feet today.
E&E, good safer handle check.
Copy. Good safer handle check. And the thermal cover?
Papers are down. That's way. Thermal cover is closed.
Copy that. Then you can translate to the starboard side of the FHRC on ESP2. We recommend up the cedar spur and down the lab struts to the forward face of ESP2.
Okay.
Alex and Serena, can I get about another 5 centimeters towards station?
No problem at all. 5 centimeters towards the truss station aft.
Station aft, exactly. Give you a countdown.
Brakes coming off.
Okay. Mount. GT.
And while you're translating,
Going on.
Okay. It's good motion. Continue. At about, continue. 3, 2, 1. Stop motion there.
Motion.
Where I can reach the handrail. Let's give it just a little bit more, guys. A little bit more station aft.
Coming on.
3, 2, 1. Let's stop it there.
Stopping.
You can put the brakes on, I think. Yeah,
Bring on.
let's put the brakes on. All right, Andy, the safety tethers swap. I got to go get my green. What do you want me to do in here? My green first, yeah?
so lock your green tether reel and then retrieve the green hook. And just a warning I'll read to you for the AGB task for both of you. Please avoid inadvertent contact with the grapple fixture targets and the target pins.
Copy. 81 copies.
Yeah, I am at ESP2.
Copy, Drew. You are at ESP2.
Maybe faster. Yeah. I see the AGB.
Okay, when you're ready, I have PGT settings, and we'll be releasing the AGB bolt.
And so as Drew Foystel gets over now to this adjustable grapple bar with Ricky Arnold soon to follow, we are 5 hours and over 22 minutes into today's spacewalk. And crossing that mark, that means that Drew Foystel has now moved into third for all time spent spacewalking. He just passed NASA astronaut Peggy Whitson, who was just recently in space. So Foystel now on his 9 spacewalks has spent 60 hours, 22 minutes and counting outside in the vacuum of space. So again, Drew Foystel now third all time for time spent spacewalking.
Reel is locked.
Okay, once your green tether reel is locked, Ricky, then you can retrieve your green hook and attach the green hook to the red tether reel and verify that the gate is closed and locked.
Alrighty. Go for PGT settings, Andy.
PGT settings are Bravo 1, counter 2, and expect 2 to 3 turns to release the bolt. It's not to hard stop. It just preps it for release.
Bravo 1, counter 2. 2 to 3 turns.
That's affirmed, 2 to 3 turns.
Okay, my green hook. Green hook goes to my red tether reel, closed and locked.
Excellent. You can then move your yellow hook.
Locking the green tether reel.
Yep. And then you can move the yellow hook to the green tether reel and lock and close and lock the hook and gate.
And right now we're over 5 hours and 25 minutes into today's spacewalk. Again, right now we're looking over the shoulder of astronaut Drew Foystel, who just moved into third place all time for spacewalkers. He's working on one of the get-ahead tasks for today, as all the primary tasks have been completed. He's going to be relocating an adjustable grapple bar from its current location on external stowage platform number 2 over to the external logistics carrier number 4. That'll allow a new and improved grapple bar to be installed on this stowage platform during a future spacewalk.
And if you're ready, I will pull the...
And this task also more or less a get-ahead for some upcoming spacewalks that are going to be installing new batteries when the next Japanese HTV flies, which is slated for later this year.
Okay, then before
at least 2 spacewalks expected to be conducted once that vehicle arrives, as they will be swapping out the nickel metal hydrogen batteries currently storing power from station solar arrays with new lithium-ion batteries. One of those swaps has already occurred with the last HTV flight, so the next one will be bringing up the same complement of batteries going into a different location on the station.
White lines visible.
Got it.
And then once the T-handle is out, then you can slide the... Go ahead.
Yeah. T-handle's out and the AGV is extended.
Okay, then you can remove it from the FHRC, single pin end, and then the 2-pin end.
Do I need to collapse it back down for translating?
Yeah, we recommend that.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the EGFR.
And we recommend retracting it to the NTA position.
I'll do that when I put it in the complete. Get closer. I'm trying to get out of the way of the arm for now.
Say again, Ricky?
I'm just trying to get clear of the arm for now.
Copy that. Did you have...
Alex and Serena. I am clear of the arm. Thank you all very much. Great flying today.
Thanks to you guys. It was a lot of fun.
No carrier landings today like the last time, so much appreciated.
Anytime. So, Ricky, are you okay for us doing the backup maneuver, Jocast?
Absolutely. I'm already to the seat of carts on the starboard side, and so I'm well clear of you guys.
All right, we'll put that in work, and can't wait to have you back inside here.
I think Toysel's got a little bit more work for me, but Andy, I'm heading over to the port seat of cart, not the one I got this from, correct?
That's correct. We'd like you to go to the port seat of cart with 3. So that's the upper starboard with on the port seat of cart.
Okay. I'm under the NT copy.
I'm still on the front of ESP2. That's one with my AGB. Houston, I've got the AGB on my BRT correct.
Copy that. Okay. So you'll be translating to ELC4, back up via the lap struts.
Keep going with the directions. Lap struts, then
Starboard, all the way to ELC4. Now you might, when you get to the port seat of cart, you might wait for Ricky to finish installing the APFR, and then let him lead the way out. And so ELC4 is right by the CP3 camera that Ricky just RNR'd.
Okay, I see Ricky, and I agree. I'm not going to be able to pass by there without hooking up with this tether.
Hey Andy, I'm putting this on the swing arm on the starboard side unit up by the boom.
Yeah, so it's with 3 is the it's up in the starboard zenith corner of the port seat of cart. And you're right, it's on an arm.
5 hours, 32 minutes into today's spacewalk. Another quick handover. We'll get video back momentarily. The two crew members about to link back up again for the first time in a couple of hours as they're working on the first get-ahead task. They're just relocating a device known as an adjustable grapple bar, which is used to grapple with different payloads or other items, relocating it from its current location on external stowage platform number 2 to a different one on external logistics carrier number 4. And again, a lot of these get-ahead tasks are just designed to make life easier on spacewalking astronauts on future spacewalks, pre-positioning hardware and other items so that then once they head out the door, everything's already in place and they don't have to do a lot of this relocating on their own.
And just to confirm that width on the arm, you said is close to grid Charlie, right?
Yeah, it's on the swing arm.
Yeah, that's right.
I think it's 12 o'clock. Like a 12 or a 1 to you?
Me?
Yeah, I can't see it. Thought you were coming up on me.
Oh, I am now. That's a 1. Where it was perfectly exactly lined up with 1. It'd be better, really.
Thank you.
Nice work. Good thing I reclocked that other APFR. You'd never be getting that one in there. That's a 2.
Yeah, I'm trying.
What are you trying to get to, 12?
12, but there we go.
Yeah, it's snagging up on there. You know, that ingress aid's getting in the way. It's going to have to be tipped outboard a bit.
Yeah.
That's what's hitting. I'm just saying.
Yeah?
Backing into this. That looks better. Light, there you go, right there. That's it.
All right, black on black. Good pull test. Romeo.
Yes, the settings were 12, Romeo, Fox 12.
I got Drew waiting here.
Doing a great job.
I got 12 Papa Fox 6, whatever it was, but that's good enough. We can go continue. If not, I can give you the Romeo. Wherefore art thou?
Waiting for you to say that.
Just checking the settings.
That's sticky.
They're all a little bit sticky. That's nice. I needed a break.
Okay, we're good for now with those settings, so let's head on out starboard to EOC4 and get the AGB.
Well, I got your Romeo here, so I think it's 12 Romeo Fox 6.
No, you know what?
I got to rotate this around, though.
Yeah, and it's not.
You know what? It's going to be stuck.
Yep. It's going to be stuck with that ingress aid.
Awesome. All right, well.
Take that pitch. There you go.
Could you do me a favor?
Yep.
Hold on that ingress aid a little bit more, get it out of the way.
Well, I mean, hold it out, like straight out.
What?
I'm going to have to push it straight out, not fold it in, right?
Just Papa.
Is that what you need?
I only want Romeo. Let's get to stick the ingress aid right down in the grid.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, you got a hold on it?
Yep.
How's that? could almost not get that one locked on the other one.
Yeah, this is... Wow. Okay.
What's your helmet?
Yeah.
Did it lock in or not yet?
Okay.
Okay.
What am I hitting on?
I don't know what to start with. If you stay horizontal, there you go. I don't know where to start.
You don't know where to start. You're hitting everything.
All right.
What was the rest of the setting? You wanted 12 Romeo.
Yeah, Romeo, Fox 12.
Just spun around 180 probably.
I see Fox. Oh, let's see. I can't. Well,
That's it. Thank you.
and then that's out of the way.
Yeah, that's a lot different than 12 Papa Fox 6.
Yeah. All right, let me get out of your way. There's still a large AGB on my back.
Oh, I still have a large Gigantico or U-bag out there.
What am I stuck on? Nothing.
Okay, that's complete.
Excellent. And we're ready to head starboard to EOC 4.
I don't see your bag. Did you say you had a bag?
Bag.
You had something on your back?
I did. I will soon again.
Oh.
It's outboard.
Do you see the AGB on my back still?
Yep.
Okay.
Alrighty.
Five hours, 39 minutes, 35 seconds into today's spacewalk. The crew members working on the first get-ahead task. They're relocating an adjustable grapple bar right now from an external stowage platform to an external logistics carrier. In the meantime, while they're still moving this bar, we have some time to take a couple of questions on social media. Some of you have been sending questions via hashtag AskNASA, so we'll go ahead and go through some of those now. The first one comes in from Tharzika, who wanted to know, why is a spacewalk such a big deal? Is it difficult and dangerous to walk in space, and why? Well, a spacewalk is such a big deal, particularly because it is both difficult and dangerous to walk in space. The crew members themselves have to spend a very large amount of time on board the station preparing spacesuits, gathering tools, reviewing procedures, and just getting themselves ready for these spacewalks, which sees them inside of these suits for anywhere from 6 to 8 hours at a time, just actually spacewalking, not to mention the hours for the preparation beforehand. It takes a veritable army of people to train the astronauts before flight, to plan these spacewalks out meticulously, to train them on the ground, and to do all the analysis to make sure that when you send astronauts out into the vacuum of space, you're doing so safely. And it is a fairly dangerous, probably one of the more dangerous things that astronauts undertake, as they are in a very hazardous environment, that vacuum of space, with wild temperature swings and potential sharp edges and other hazards outside, and things like orbital debris. So whenever we do a spacewalk, we have to make sure it's accomplishing as much as possible in as short amount of time as possible. We only do them for very major tasks.
Again, avoid.
Next question comes from D. Thane, who wanted to know, what's the difference between a warning and a caution for the astronauts? For that, it's pretty simple. Warning just gives them a heads up of something to potentially avoid, as it could make things a little bit worse if they were to not heed that warning. Or rather, that's for caution. A warning is a direct warning to the crew members if they were to do something, either themselves or a piece of hardware on station would be very likely damaged. damaged. The caution is just to not make anything worse, avoid these specific areas around the station.
Just before you get to the interface.
Next one comes from Kim Mobley, who said incoming first graders want to know how much air you have when you're on a spacewalk, and can you eat or drink when you're on a spacewalk? Well, they typically bring enough oxygen for up to about an 8-hour spacewalk. It'll actually vary from astronaut to astronaut just based off of their metabolic rate, so how quickly they're breathing and they're burning through all of that breathing gas. So typically about 8 hours, but they also have reserve tanks of oxygen inside their spacesuits as well. And they cannot eat in the spacesuit, so they always eat a big breakfast beforehand, but they can drink. They have a water bag with a small straw available in their helmet. Next one from Daniela wanted to know, her daughter asks, how fast can an astronaut fly with the jetpack? It's not very fast. It's not a jetpack like you might think about here on Earth. It's actually a very small device, that safer jetpack, that uses small volumes of compressed air. Its primary task is actually to reorient the astronaut if they were to become untethered. It's often thought that they might be spinning, so SAFER can arrest or stop that spin and then reorient them and then allow them to fly pretty slowly. It's only a change in velocity of a couple miles an hour really to get back to station. Next one's from Kenny, who wanted to know what happens if something goes wrong with a spacesuit during a spacewalk. The astronauts and the crew on board the station, as well as all of the folks down here on the ground, train for just such scenarios, that if there were to be an issue with the spacesuit, either, say, a loss of cooling, an issue, or a hole were to spring in one of the gloves, the crew is trained to drop what they're doing and get back to the airlock as quickly as possible. And there's safety procedures built in for the crews to follow, as well as the people on the ground who are constantly monitoring the status of the spacesuit and the crew members themselves during a spacewalk.
That's a good starting point.
Our next question comes from Waka, who wanted to know who's Capcom for this EVA, number 51. And the voice you've been hearing here from Houston, the Capcom, or the ground IV as he's called, is this man right here, European astronaut Andreas Mogensen, who himself has been to the International Space Station, and he was actually the first Danish astronaut in history. So he's the one who's been calling the shots for the crew from down here on the ground.
I won't be able to follow you. Your camera's right there, too, by your feet.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Ricky, you can translate down on ELC4 using some of those payloads on it, and Drew, you'll probably want to fair lead your safety tether outboard of the trunnion pin.
This one right here, you think? That's my safety tether. Is it going to... it's going to go right across you right there. So let me try to drop down so you come across. There's really only one way for you to go.
Green hook is dropped.
Here's that camera.
The camera.
Let's see, light on yet.
So, just big picture words for your awareness. The AGB will be installed so that the grapple fixture pin is pointing station forward. The single pin end with the bolt that needs to be driven will be pointing towards the Earth, so station nadir, and that means the 2-pin side will be station zenith. So Ricky, with his PTT and the 2-inch socket, will have to be on the nadir side of the FHRC.
All right.
Andy, I know you said you don't want us around the expector, but we can use the microconicals, right? The square scoop microconicals and stuff to translate on it?
No, that's a negative. Please don't.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, I just had a EVAT in the NBL 2 days ago, and they made me redo the translation because I used the microconicals.
So hopefully I don't have to redo my EVAT.
Is it going down this side or the other side?
It's going right face on, I think, right here.
Face on?
You've got the single pin side, I got the dual pin side. See that cover right there?
Right here?
Yeah, it's underneath there. We are, I think I'm probably just going right into your tether, but we're going to just deal with that after.
Yeah. I remember Tracy Wheels working on this, the ESP.
And the sun should be coming up in the next minute or so.
Hey, you peel back the MLI when you're with Drew.
Andy, do you want us to peel back the MLI then?
Have to.
That's one.
Yeah, peel back the MLI.
MLI.
Thanks.
Okay. Let's peel back. Okay. You doing with your PGT? In other words, will you be ready if I camera out?
Give me a second.
I'm just asking.
You give it a push.
Okay.
Thank you.
And what if we give you a push out of the way too? Oh, it's bright now. Sun.
All right.
Okay.
What are the settings?
Yeah.
You got the AGV behind you.
And Drew, just a reminder that I think you have the CP3 right behind you as well.
Yep. It's a pretty tight workspace, I'll agree. You don't move.
All right. Just to head view the cow.
And so you guys have inserted both the 2-pin side and the 1-pin side?
We're still working on getting situated here.
We're still in the
Okay. All right. I just heard PGT settings.
Get Alpha 2, clockwise 2.
Hey, watch your helmet, buddy.
I'm trying.
And I'm sorry about the camera behind me, guys, but this is, I'm doing my best here.
And Drew, it might help if you rotate 180 with your head and legs.
Yep. I agree. Bye. Okay, Ricky, these pins are in.
Could you reach that? Oh, there it is.
I pulled it. You did it?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me
Lock it.
Yeah, did you push it in?
Try it. Looks like that's it.
In? Maybe pull it out a little bit.
Oh, that didn't do much good.
To get it just right to catch this pin. Oh. You're only going to get like 3 turns on that bolt.
Yeah. So I'm trying to. I can't see if it's where the magic alignment is.
Okay, well, let me try to turn around the other way here. I think I can hold it better.
And, big picture, guys, once you've inserted the 2-pin side or the 1-pin side, then you can push the T-handle into the lock position. You should have no visible lines, and that should keep the AGB in position for driving the bolt.
Okay. I think we've got all that. Just give us a minute here to sort through it. And we'll
Sure.
your questions. Okay.
Andy, while we're here, PET and consumables.
We are 552 PET. And big picture, once this task is done, then we'll be heading back inside.
Sounds good.
Hey, buddy, I'm just trying to get a...
So take your time.
I think the tethers are kind of yanking me around, too.
5 hours, 53 minutes, and 30 seconds into today's spacewalk. They're still working to finish this one get-ahead task, which it sounds like this will be the last task for these spacewalking astronauts today. Again, they're just relocating an adjustable grapple bar to make life easier on some future spacewalks, particularly some that are going to be installing some new batteries once they arrive on Japan's HTV vehicle a little bit later this year.
It's not locked.
No, I know. I'm just trying to...
I wonder if we need to loosen it up some more. I don't know.
Maybe.
Once they're done installing this grapple bar on its new home at the external logistics carrier number 4, they're going to clean things up, grab all their bags, and head back towards the airlock to begin moving inside, eventually closing the hatch and repressurizing.
You said, okay,
There it goes. A little bit. There it is.
beautiful.
Yep, you got it.
I just gotta find my PGC.
Nice job. It's right here.
Andy, I think you said Alpha 2,
Alpha 2, clockwise 2, and we expect 2 to 4 turns to the hard stop.
Is
that not going to
no,
break?
it's not gonna.
Can you go
I'm
under?
gonna try to go under it. Yeah, that's a little bit better. It is a hard stop.
Working out.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Pull it up to the right for now lens. Hey. And torque was 4, a little over 3 turns with a green light.
Excellent. You can stow the PGT, and we'll take a glove inspection and hab check from both of you.
Andrew, you're red, and get back on
Thanks.
for the thing.
Yeah.
Got it?
Yep.
Ready?
Got it. Okay, gloves for ED1 are no visible damage, and it's happy dry.
Copy.
All right. much rejoicing. My half is good. Left hand, just that little very, very minor abrasion on the middle finger, but there's not of consequence, and right hand looks good. A little discoloration on a couple of the fingertips. Expected.
Copy all. Once you're happy with the work site and it's clean, then you can translate back, pick up your green hooks, and then head back towards the airlock. And Ricky, you'll be picking up the large ORU bag on the way.
I think that was the job for the assistant to the one.
Assistant to EB1? That was the assistant EB1.
I get to be assistant to the commander.
Can you see your tether and mine?
I can. I'm trying to keep it down.
All the things I'm
rotate your legs. Lift your legs up like a carnival. There you go. Now you're clear.
There. I head back all the way off. Do you see? Where's my tether going?
Hold on a second.
Tell if it's. I guess I'm okay. Oh, I think it's wrapped around me, eh?
Hold on a second. Let me get up here and look. See it yet.
All the way around me.
Is it?
Yeah, I'm going to go up. Hopefully that'll pull it down.
Did that to myself at the airlock. It was a beauty.
What do you see? Clear? That's clear. There is AMS right there.
Mickey, do you lead the charge? Pick up that medium ORU bag or large ORU bag? Hey, what I would like to do back at the airlock is hand you a couple of these cameras before I try to ingress.
Which cameras?
You know, all these decorations on the front of my mini workstation.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Here. Up. Either. Some.
Let me try.
And guys, last one back past the seat of carts. We'd like them to press the brake pedals, please.
You will. For the reminder. Oh,
Did you take your Centrum today?
oh, I'd forgotten it.
Centrum Silver?
Andy, what did we leave on the table? Just the T-bars?
Say again?
What did we leave on the get-aheads? Just the T-bars?
Yeah, and yeah, that's right, the Saab.
Saab restraint.
Aren't they right there?
Yeah. I don't know if you have a wire tie, don't you?
I got two. I think we have the consumables. It'd be pretty easy to tie those back if we're just going right there.
Drew, if you're offering, we'll take it.
What do you guys got for consumables?
Yeah, we got plenty. We got just under 8 hours. And
okay, where are we at now?
6 hours, 1 minute.
Okay, do you want to follow me up or just...
Wondering if I could, I don't know how much I'm going to mess with your safety tether. I don't think I could head back, wait here, or watch.
Well, you know, they're pretty much parallel all the way back.
Yeah, I don't think I can start wrestling at least with the medium ORU bag.
Yeah, I don't think it would matter too much.
If I get to a point where I'm getting cross, I'll just slow down. Andy, you guys good with that?
Yeah, we're good with that.
Need an extra minute or two to mess with that bag. Hey. Nice backdrop.
So Drew, you can put your green hook back on the same handrails before, 3011, and then you can go ahead and... Okay, excellent. Then you can verify your gauntlets are down before crossing the Sarge.
Once you're down, and then you'll have to GCM me a little bit over here, Andy. I'm assuming am I going all the way out or just right here on the, just going on the F4? S4, okay.
Yeah, so you're going to, I think it's the non-keel side.
I see two of those clamps. Look like clamshells. I see two of them. Is that WDF picture?
Yeah, we do. And so there should be a handrail 2220 just close by, and that's a BRT position if you want. And we think you're on the wrong side.
I was just wondering about that. Okay. Flip around down the other side. 222 something, but it's not 0.
Yeah, so the same thing that you were just looking at, but on the other side.
Okay. Are we not tying the ones down on this side? Are they untied? They're not tied on this side. It might not be a robotic.
Yeah, no, they're not in the way for anything. It's these other ones are in the way for the PFCS, I think.
Okay, copy.
Well, now that we're a little over 6 hours, Drew Foysel offering to go off and do one more get-ahead task. He's going to be tying back a joint at a solar array blanket box, so you're going to hear that referred to as a SOB. Basically, this task is just going to provide some extra clearance if they ever need to do a robotic replacement of a device known as a PFCS, a pump flow control subassembly, and that's a critical piece of hardware in the station's ammonia cooling loop, which is used to cycle ammonia across the various external components on station. Just like electronics down here on the ground, they do generate heat as they function, and since they're in the vacuum of space and don't have an atmosphere or anything like that, in order to cool the devices down, they do use ammonia, which is actively circulated, so this will free up if they ever had the need to robotically replace, so use the Canadarm2 and Dexter to actually replace one of those items if ever necessary.
All right. We're using longs on this? Longs?
Yeah, long wire ties.
Okay, so I didn't take my Centrum today. You can read me one more time. So one long wire tie through both of them.
Yeah, so feed that through both of them, and then make a loop. And so take that other end and then bring it back and make a loop.
Copy. my PGT, when I was floating it around, I got a little tangle, so that's what I'm doing.
Copy that, Ricky.
All right, that's better. Okay, so I got a loop around those, and then somebody use the other one to attach it to the...
That's correct. So take a second long wire tie, and then wrap one end of it around the microconical tightly with 3 twists, and then the second end of that wire tie goes to the loop that you just created.
Well, lost the wire tie. Just headed.
Yeah, we saw it.
And I had a tether on it, but it must have squeezed the handle. So that's meter forward. At probably about, I don't know, meter a second.
Yeah, we copy all.
Try that again. I got 2 smalls left. Yeah, this one's also... All right, Andy, I have the large ORU bag on my BRT with a rat, and I'm just going to slowly make my way back.
All right, copy that, Ricky.
And so again, this is a view from Drew Foysel's helmet camera. The large white box just in front of him is one of those PFCS pump flow control subassemblies, and he's just working to wire tie back the gold or bronze portions just off to the right there, and making sure that those are wire tied back just ensures that the robotic assets on station, particularly the Dexter robot, would have access to that PFCS should it ever need to for a robotic replacement activity. And that pump flow control subassembly, an integral piece in the station's cooling system, actively circulating ammonia to help remove heat generated by external systems.
Yeah, this is where your tether crosses over mine, Drew, and we're both hung up on the cetalite. That good news or bad news? Well, I think they'll come clear of the cetalite, but I got to get out of your way. We're going to have to go up and get out of your way here. You drop down and go along the nadir handrail. Just down there, just on your way back, then we'll be in good shape. Okay. Might be able to pull them both off, but we still got a cross here. Andy, what's the status on the camera and the light?
Yeah, camera works great. The light we won't turn on for another 24 hours.
Okay. News. Well. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not able to clear it. Go down the, I think if you go down the Nader path, we'll be okay. If you just free mine, it'll retract to me. Oh, no, I'm going to cross back over you. That's not going to work.
Well, I mean, if they cross back at the airlock, it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, okay. But we're hung up on that handrail, on that light. I probably have enough safety tether to go ahead and kick down to the airlock. What do you think?
And so from this view, you can see Drew Feusel continuing to work on this get-ahead task. He's wire tiring those two joints, actually wire tying them to a battery there at the base of the solar arrays. And this is just to ensure that the path to a spare pump flow control subassembly just off to the top right is clear should it ever need to be used in a robotic replacement activity.
Going anywhere.
And then once Feusel is done with this activity, they're going to begin cleaning up, grabbing all of their tools, and heading back to the Quest airlock, where they'll begin to move in and get close to ending today's spacewalk. Right now we're already over 6 hours and 15 minutes in.
Houston, I think they're not going to flop over the...
All right, Drew, we're just checking with the MER.
the PFCU. If I pull them up like this, they don't break the plane of the edge of the... Yeah. The natural state is all the way back. Here's a WVS view.
Just just a second, Drew. We're almost there.
Okay.
Yes, Ricky, but now I have to live with the shame of losing a wire tie. And another 0.0 on the GoPro.
Yeah. Hey, maybe I got that in the GoPro floating away.
Okay, Drew, we are happy with that. You are go to return to the airlock.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Wire tie.
And so with that task now wrapped up, Drew Foysel EV2, who we got a view of right here in the suit with no stripes, going to be making his way back towards the airlock. He's going to link up with Ricky Arnold, and they're going to move inside to bring an end to today's spacewalk.
Just waiting for me over there?
Yeah, I'm just hanging. I think you're going to have to drop down Mater and you can flick the feather right there.
Okay, let me grab my seagull. Yeah, awesome. Grab my green book.
And just a reminder, whoever passes the MT last, if you could press down the seat or cart brake pedals for us, please.
Hey, coming up on the starboard, Ida. Pumps of the brake.
Think your cable's going to pull that off?
Yep. Oh, sort of. Right.
It's over here.
Does it look like it's pulling it off yet?
No.
That's interesting. How did we get that like that?
Yeah.
Are there any handrails right there to come
No,
back?
it's that one back there,
All right.
unfortunately.
I'll go get it.
Yeah.
So we're going to have to go down and the tether wrapped around
Light.
the light. Yeah, but it's around the bolt. Like it. If I can give it a little.
I was trying. I didn't have any luck, but
Shoot. Okay. Almost there.
Andy, where are we right now?
You are just over the Great Lakes.
Oh, yeah. Oh, man.
Hello, Michigan.
Oh,
And everybody, it's my hometown. Hello, Detroit. Hello, Ann Arbor. Hello, Lake Orion. Hello, Battle Creek. Hello, you. Nashville, Michigan. Where else? Whole state. That's right.
There's Isle.
Did I get it or not yet? Nope. Okay. Here it goes.
Alrighty.
So, but there's a handrail right there, right? I can come around this.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, I've gone out that way before.
No, I thought you said we couldn't get out here.
That?
I thought you said you couldn't get back out here.
Now, what I said was you're going to translate right past it.
Oh.
I tried to come over here and pull it.
Gotcha.
My bag doing relative to your feather.
It's okay, I think.
Keep an eye on it, please. On me.
Yeah, it looks fine, although it's right at your feet now, my tether.
Yeah, I think I see it.
Yeah, you're clear of it.
Another quick handover video coming back shortly. The station itself, as we just heard and saw a little bit of flying just over North America. It's actually out over Canada at this point. It's going to continue flying off to the east, eventually crossing over the North Atlantic. The two crew members working outside of the station, Ricky Arnold and Drew Feustel, making their way back to the Quest airlock, where they're going to get ready to conclude today's spacewalk.
You can tap the brake pedal on the port cedar cart, please.
Well, we got one of them, then I got turned around to go undo that tether snag. I will go tap the other one.
And the CETA cart, another acronym. CETA stands for the Crew and Equipment Translation Aid. It's a small cart that can be moved along a short rail system along the truss, or basically the backbone section of the International Space Station. Anytime that they're working around it, it's common practice for them to basically just tap the brakes, make sure the brakes are engaged on that cart before they head back inside.
Yes, please. Every brake you see.
All right, I'm going to have to go get the other side of the port curtain. Or that is the port cart, but I didn't get both brakes on the starboard cart, only one side.
That's perfectly fine. Port's fine. That's all we need.
It is port, right?
Yep, you're not at the port one.
I got one brake on the. Okay, I got one brake on the starboard side. I got the starboardmost brake on the starboard cart.
We got them all. We're happy.
Okay.
And the Quest airlock coming into view now on Drew Feustel's camera.
Where are you, Ricky?
Set?
So where are you?
I'm in the airlock, try to get rid of some stuff.
Okay.
Where you come back.
I'm back. Don't sound so excited.
Now we can see Ricky Arnold floating just about half in, half out of the hatch into the Quest airlock.
Overhead.
Yeah, I'm gonna really get at the airlock I am. I'm gonna try. Alright, can release my DRT. Right. But I've twisted myself around pretty good here, so I'm going to get rid of my camera up here.
Your tether's still clear, so you're all set.
All right, thank you.
Off your left side and get down to the anchor point.
And we can see Ricky Arnold's feet slowly disappearing inside of the Quest airlock along with the rest of him. He'll be the first one through, and then Drew Foysel will be following shortly. Once the crew members are back inside the airlock, though, first they'll close the thermal hatch. That's the large white flap. You can see just to the right of Drew Foysel floating there in view.
One more.
Then they'll actually close the hatch to the airlock itself. And then once that's secured, they'll hook themselves back up to station systems for cooling and power, and then eventually begin the actual repressurization of the Quest airlock. Once that repress begins, and that's atmosphere actually flowing back into Quest from tanks outside, the spacewalk will formally come to an end. So we'll keep an eye on the clock and get you a total elapsed time, but once that time comes.
Coming back out. Give me a shove on that bag give a shove on that bag if you think the hatch is going to get in the way.
Okay. I'm to your left. Riser up.
Will be. You want me to do?
I didn't know if those guys were snapping any pictures of you in the airlock.
Oh, they were, yeah. Oh, man, I know what he was saying. Now I understand. Alex said, yeah, now you get it. I forgot my Centrum silver this morning. Well. All right. Do yourself a favor. Yeah. When you get up there, double check that bag. If it needs another shove, if you don't mind.
Is it where the old one was, or is it up in front?
It's where the old one is, but the light's kind of, I think it needs to come forward just a little bit. That might work.
Looks pretty good. When the hatch comes down, I mean...
Alright, you want to get on the,
yeah, I'll head in there.
On the D-ring, and then I'll put this on you.
Yep.
And Ricky, just a question for you. When you were working with the light, did you see any Z93 paint being liberated? This is just for us to know if we need to think about PPE in the airlock.
I don't think so, and I was just pushing on the light pretty good. I didn't see much, but I think it's a good idea if they have a hefty bag right away, and we'll just bag the whole thing up.
And we do have one wordy.
That's what I figured.
Okay, copy.
Yeah, I'm on the ring extender there. Closed and locked with my waist tether.
Let me know if you see any flakes coming off.
Okay.
Get up there, too.
And let's see, what are you going to hook that to?
You're going
to hook that to my safety tether?
To your safety tether. So you're on the airlock D-ring extender, closed and locked. So I can release your safety tether and put it on my waist tether. Okay, so my waist tether is on your safety tether. Okay. Closed and locked. Go ahead and gather mine up.
And so now swapping places, Drew Foysel inside the Quest airlock. They're just going to make sure they have all their bags, all their items inside. Ricky Arnold's going to make his way in, close the thermal hatch cover, and then they're going to begin getting the hatch ready to get closed. And then they'll begin the repressurization of Quest, which will formally mark the end of today's spacewalk.
I'm out of your way. I was just sitting here waiting for you. How am I doing?
You doing all right? Are you stuck?
No, a little bit. I'm trying to hold on to this. Oh, there we go.
This is my arm. You can pull on my arm if you need.
You doing? Am I on the aft side here?
You kind of need to go over to your right a little bit. Rolled from when you opened it.
Hold on, I just lost the, we put a red on this guy.
When you hold your feet, are you okay?
I think I'm all right. Red on here. Get myself turned in the right direction. No, I'm stuck.
I'm going to give you something to pull against, or not? That's my arms that I was...
Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out where
There you
the,
go. There you go.
there we go.
But, there you go.
That's better.
There you go.
All right.
You got about 2.5 feet of room behind your feet.
Got a little bit of a Pringle effect here on the thermal cover. Let me get the other side. Hold on.
It's pretty much the way it looked to me. It's only the center that, all right. Hold on, that corner that's tucked in by your right hand.
Oh, yeah.
That needs to be out.
Yep. Yes.
So hold the, there you go.
There we go.
A little better.
Alrighty. Hey, Houston, the thermal cover's closed.
Copy. And the Velcro strap is attached?
The little Velcro that sandwiches the lid, Ricky, right by where it comes up against
Oh,
the edge.
yeah.
The sandwich Velcro.
Yeah, there's not much left, though.
No, there's not much left of it.
Yeah, the Velcro's attached, Andy.
Okay, then you can remove the SCU from the pouch, remove your DCM cover, Velcro to the DCM, and connect the SCU to the DCM.
Work.
You need to remove it all.
No, I snagged it.
You have your
seal?
I do now.
And just a reminder note for you, temperature control valve setting of 8, which is maximum cooling, minimizes the time for SCU cooling.
And so with the thermal cover successfully closed by Ricky Arnold, they're now breaking out the SCUs, also known as the service and cooling umbilicals. They were plugged into those before our spacewalk began. They're going to plug them into their DCUs, their display and control units on the front of their spacesuits. And then once their DCMs rather, their display and control modules, at which point they'll be back on station cooling and power. And then pretty soon they will get the go to close the hatch. And then once the repress begins, so air flowing back into the Quest airlock, that will mark the official end of today's spacewalk.
Hatch.
Yeah, you think I'm getting pushed over to one side here?
It's not. I think it's from me. I'm kind of over
That's better.
Probably where we're touching place or something.
A big bend in this thing?
Not anymore than it normally does. I mean, I found that it was a little twisted too. You just kind of got to muscle it.
And Ricky, just a reminder that the gap on the thermal cover should be less than 5 inches. I think it is. Just wanted to remind you, though.
It is, yeah, thank you, though. All right, UV1 is on SCU.
Copy. Both of you are on your SCUs. You can now switch your water to off and should expect an H2O is off message.
UV1 water off.
DD2 water's off.
Okay, we have a caution. Do not close the hatch until the EMU water off for 2 minutes.
All right, so with that switch flip, the 2-minute timer has started. When that 2-minute timer is up, they'll get the go to just make sure that the hatch is clear of any hardware or other items. Then they'll get the go to close and lock the hatch.
Is clear of hardware.
It is.
Yeah, okay. We've got plenty of room, sort of.
But my twist is,
Well, it's probably getting on me.
that might be good there.
I'm as far away as I can get.
My foot caught on something?
Yeah,
My right foot?
your right foot is, I can't see it, but it's probably, there's,
Right foot is behind the bungee.
You freak it?
hold on. And maybe,
Pull forward another foot, and then you can put your foot down.
I gotta make it rid of this PG.
Put your foot down now.
Yeah, I can still feel the bungee.
You're almost clear.
Missed it by 1 inch.
Try now. Push foot down. Put your foot down. Or just keep pushing. There you go.
All right, that's better. Thank you.
There's your umbilical, so you're clear. The problem is that I'm a little bit twisted. Let me pull this PGT off. It's keeping me from getting out of the way.
Okay, guys, that's 2 minutes. So, Ricky, you can verify that the outer hatch is clear of hardware. You can verify that the handle position is per the hatch decal. And when you're satisfied, you can close and lock the hatch.
Okay, doing that now. I'll give us some room.